Hello, everybody. Greetings and welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, this is a show. Downside is the name of this show. So, we're doing Downside one week and we're doing Top of the Charts the other week. So, these shows were normally on Thursday night, but I moved them here to Saturday and moved What's New to Thursday because of the time factor. What's New takes a bit more time and a lot more work to get up and uploaded, and I have Saturday night commitments that take me away, and I've been late a few times because of trying to get this video up and load it. So I decided to change it up a bit, and so that's what we're doing here. So tonight's episode is called Downside. So generally what it is we start talking about bands who kind of had a peak and then they just kind of started going downhill. Some of them like a serious drop off. Others maybe just a slow, steady roll downhill. And maybe this one is best described by that method. So the band we're going to be talking tonight, of course, is Cheap Trick. This is kind of the Top of the Hill album with this one in front of it. So this one kind of set the tone, got them up, and people knowing them. Not just they made them big in the US, made them big in Japan, made them kind of big around the world. And then this album continued that as a studio album, is their best-selling studio album. But then they went on to produce, and they're still producing as far as I know. They've continued to make albums fairly regularly. The first album, so after Dream Police, they kind of started on that slow trend downward. Changing their producers pretty much every album. George Martin on All Shook Up, Roy Thomas Baker on One on One. You got Todd Rundgren on Next Position. These three albums came immediately after Dream Police. A couple changes. So One on One, you got a new bass player who didn't play much on that album, and then he played a little bit more on the next album. But the albums just steadily went kind of slowly down, and then they had a bit of a blip with the album Lap of Luxury, which I actually have, with Barry Zito doing the production for that. Album actually was their second biggest selling album, so they did kind of make a little bit of a comeback there. But they've gone at that point too. In Lap of Luxury, you had Tom Peterson returning after leaving earlier, and on the One on One album he left and then didn't come back until the Lap of Luxury album, and that may have had some impact on their sales because people were expecting maybe another Dream Police like album. But their music kind of started to change a bit. Their record label was pressuring them to come up with more commercial stuff. They were still trying to play that 1950s style music that they liked to play, rock and roll. Did some covers over that time period. It was actually, the music has stayed fairly good, fairly consistent, but they just never reached that peak that they had with Dream Police. They kind of hit the top of the mountain there and been on the downward side of the mountain since then. Although it's been a slow descent. It's not a drop off the planet type thing here. So yes, Cheap Trick was a fairly big band for me in the late 70s. I was just starting high school, was getting right into them. Friend discovered them with Heaven Tonight, and I bought that album, and then he got Live at Budokan, and we both got Dream Police, and we were playing those albums a lot. And then that was it. It kind of ended for me at the end of the 1970s. I didn't really go forward. Their next album out really wasn't something I was interested in, so I didn't pursue them, and I never pursued them after until this channel. But for me, Cheap Trick is the band today, going on their downward side, I guess you might want to call it. And so that is the band for today. So please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments about Cheap Trick's discography, you can, or about maybe Dream Police or Live at Budokan or All Shook Up or any of those albums, you can do that as well. And anything else that's related to the show, you can do that as well. Anyways, we will be back next week with an episode of Top of the Charts. So I hope to see you then. Take care and have yourself a good evening, and goodbye.